Hey y'all, my name is Chris. I'm the Agape Goddess. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a pick a card reading to find out what type of vibe you're giving off, okay? What type of vibrations and energy and frequency is it that you're releasing into the atmosphere? What is it that what vibe people get off you when they are around you? When people meet you, when people are in your presence, what type of vibe? Okay, so go ahead and pick a card. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Pick a card out of 1 through 3 to find out what type of vibe it is that you're putting out. What type of vibe you giving? What type of vibe you giving? Okay? If you need more time, you're going to have to pause it. You pick card number 1, starting your message. I pre-shuffle these cards, but I just go through them again. Yeah, I guess because my nerves do that. Anyway, here we go. What type of vibe? King of Cups vibes, okay. So, you could be putting out the type of vibe that you're a very loving and kind individual. Individual. However, you're not going around proclaiming to be this loving, this, that, and the other, but you do have a lot of love in your heart. Okay? But, you are selective when it comes down to the way you spread your love around. Okay, so when people see you, they see this loving person on the surface, but at the same time, it's not easy to just go ahead and obtain that love, just get to the core of that love. So there are layers to you. So sometimes you may come off as though you're not being your true and authentic self. Interesting. So possibly because, okay, here we go. Possibly because you're not in a position to where you want to move fast. You don't like fast movement when it comes down to love. So you're basically operating, you have boundaries, okay? So you come off as a person who is highly lovable. You know, you come off as a person who is loving, who is kind, and all of these things, but at the same time, you're not just no easy catch. You're not just no, easy, or I'm just gonna grab that, get that, do that, wham, bam. You come off as one who a person has to take their time with. You might go along to get along and shoot the breeze and hee ha ha and kiki with people, but at the same time, baby, ain't nothing popping like that. I hear the term fake it till you make it. You be around people and you'll have a great time. That particular, say if you go out for drinks and things like that, you might meet at a party or meet at a get together, and you might be the one to have a great time with somebody that night and go all out and be dancing and twerking and all up whatever in the club and however in the bar, and or might have chopped it up with somebody, had the greatest conversation, and just had a blast for that particular night. But at the same time, the other person might be thinking they going somewhere, but it's not going nowhere. You're just a very cordial and very sociable person, but you're not looking to just speed past anything. Okay, here we go. The Hangman energy. So you're very, because you're very observant. Yeah, you are observant. You're not just throwing yourself out here head first. You are playing a part, you know, fake it till you make it, for lack of better words. You know, you in those positions, you know what I'm saying, in those situations where you can coexist with other people, and you basically seeing where other people head at. That's what I'm getting. You see where other people head at. You see how far other people gonna take stuff. You see, you could be a Cancer. You could be a water sign for sure. But you basically, you sit around and you collect all the information. You just sit back in the cut and you see how the people moving, how the people rocking, how people moving with you, you know, and then you assert yourself accordingly. So you're not one who just wide open, loose with your energy. Even when you seem like you're very sharing and you're very open with your energy, you still have certain boundaries. You still have a particular wall up. You're not just truly wide open. You're always in this investigative and observation mode at the beginning. Okay, yep, that only supports. Okay, so now the way that this ultimately comes off to other people is that you come off to be a bit bipolar. People be wondering, well, you know, I thought it was this and that, you know, with me and her or with me and him, but where did I go wrong? You leave people wondering, was it something I said or was it something I did? You know, you leave people in conflict with themselves, wondering like, dang, you know, where did I go wrong? Or because they actually thought that they had something going on good with you, and it was cool with you, but it was surface level. You had surface level dealings with them while they were getting sucked in, and they probably was going for broke, you know, showing their whole true everything, letting it all hang out. But you were being very reserved, very conservative, you know. Not to say that you being fake and phony, but you're cautious. You're very cautious with your energy. You're cautious with your heart. You know, you tread lightly in those territories. You don't just come pouring it all out all at once. A person has to work their way to climb over your wall, so to speak. So basically, you come off. The vibe you be putting out there is like you leave people head spun. You leave people wondering, is it something that they did wrong? You know, you're a mystery. You're a mystery. You're probably a water sign. But you have this mysterious, this questionable side that, you know, no one will ever know until you're to the point where you ready that you gon' fully disclose that thing. Other than that, people just be wondering like, who is this mysterious being? How do he or she really feel about me? You know, and like I said, you'll leave people in a bit of a place of conflict with themselves. Like they'll be going over the whole night in their head. Like, okay, well, let me see. You know, we got out to a good start. You know, I bought her a drink. We danced. We laughed. We talked. I made her laugh. We was joking. We da. Like they'll be going over the whole night. You know, going over, probably going back reading old text messages and everything. Just probably wondering what happened. You know, so that's the energy that you give off. You give off that energy of, you might think you know me, but you don't know me, okay? You might think you know what this is, but you don't know what this is. So that's what you're giving off. You give off that energy that you have people head spun. And, you know, they don't really know what's actual and factual with you until you actually let people know. And yeah, that's that energy that you're putting out. Okay, so that's what you're giving off. Card pick number 1. Going on to number 2. Card pick number 2. Card number 2. What is the vibe that card number 2 is giving off? What is the vibe that card number 2 is giving off? Number 2. What you giving off, number 2? Card number 2. What you giving off? I don't say nothing just yet. So, alright, let me see. Oh, baby. So, number 2 power card pick number 2. I'm getting that she'll come off as very nonchalant. Okay, you have this very nonchalant energy, and there's a reason. Okay, so the reason could very well be because you had a past situation that did not turn out in your favor. Okay, this was something that you really wanted. Like, this was your one all be all. This could have been with a person that you felt like was a soulmate connection. You felt like this person was gonna be your husband, wife, whatever. This person was gonna be your lifelong everything. You felt like this person was everything that you could, your wish upon a star, your dream come true, your everything. And the person possibly didn't feel the same. Okay, all of that real dreamy type of energy that you had, you know, just feeling like, oh, this person is everything and all this and that. Love it. You could even thought that felt like this person was like a love at first sight situation, and you know, all this other type of thing. And that person, they don't even view love the way you view love. That was the thing. It wasn't that they didn't care about you or they didn't love you. You and that person had two totally different perspectives of love. Okay, so y'all look at love differently, so therefore y'all were out of harmony. You was thinking roses and they was thinking sunflowers. Like, it just wasn't, the bouquet wasn't coming together beautifully and evenly distributed. It just was a lack of harmony. May even have been a lack of respect for the way you view love. You know, this person that you dealt with before didn't feel like they were very dreamy about love, or didn't feel like there was such a thing as a true love and a soulmate and all that stuff. That might have just been a whole bunch of who blah 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 talk to them when you were speaking it. But at the same time, you know, they went along just because it was all of what you were saying. But when it came down to the come down for y'all to actually progress within your relationship, then that's where the conflict came in at, because y'all didn't have the same level of passion. Y'all was on two totally different pages. So that situation has taught you that, you know, maybe you can't have that, but that is not the truth. Okay, I'm here to tell you that's not the truth. Spirit wants you to know that is not the truth. You can very well have that dreamy type of love and all of those things that you desire. So the way you come off because of this whole situation, you come off as nonchalant. You come off as you don't hold on to nothing. You don't take stuff personal. Even sometimes you have a hard time receiving when people do nice things for you. People do nice things. People give to you. People take you out. People, you know, you may run across people now who want to put you on a pedestal, who want to wine and dine you. And you look at everything as just like, oh, well, whatever. You know, that situation has caused you to give different meaning to things that are sometimes coming from people in a genuine place and with genuine intention, you know. And now because of that little situation that, not to say little situation, because of that hurtful situation that you went through, it's hard for you to accept and to receive now what other people are trying to bring to the table as you move forward. So you're coming off as very nonchalant, you know. For some, you're coming off as maybe slightly combative. You know, you might be a little bit argumentative, you know, about certain things. Stop that. Because you're in a battle within your mind, because you're thinking that people could be trying to play you like this other person, quote unquote, played you. But this person didn't play you. This person just didn't have the same perspective. There's a difference. A lot of times we look at situations and we look at people as though, oh, this person played me. This person, you know, they did da. But sometimes we're just straight up incompatible. And what I'm seeing with this person or with these situations from your past, this was just some straight up incompatibility that you experienced with other people. But don't let that stop you from dreaming of love. Don't let that stop you from being a hopeless romantic. And definitely don't let that cause you to shoot down or discredit those people who come into your life, who actually want to give unto you, who actually want to give of themselves to you, who actually want to coexist with you, who actually could be on the same page with you. You gonna think they just BSing around because of the different stuff that you went through. So it's sort of a mindset that you've established to where, you know, you're not taking nothing to heart. You just like, if I don't hold that personally, if I don't take it to heart, if I don't take it, you know, like, oh, this person, they really mean this. If you don't get your hopes up, you feeling like you won't get hurt. Okay, so and that's how you coming off. You coming off as just so nonchalant and, you know, a bit kind of inappreciative to what people do for you. And you could be a little bit bitter. I don't know. I'm gonna just call it how I see it. You know, you could be a little bit bitter and argumentative with people, like, you know, fussing about little knickknacks because you trying to, in your mind, slick side decipher between if they for real, if they not. You know, you steady trying to size up every situation, and you got this critical eye on people, and people finding it hard to just chill and relax and be themselves around you and just basically operate in a level of sincerity around you, because you literally trying to pick apart everything somebody do because you have this certain little, you know, trauma that you holding on to, that's causing you to see the situations as, you know, they could be phony. But everybody is not phony. That's not always the case. So yeah, be mindful. That's what you're giving off. You're giving off very nonchalant and you know, kind of like a little scorn vibe. So be mindful of that. All right, card number 2, that was y'all reading. And this happens. It happens. So if you pick card number 3, card number 3 is coming for you. How you do what you do. Hey. You chose card number 3. What vibe you putting out? What vibe you putting out? Card number 3. What vibe you putting out? Card number 3. What vibe you putting out? What vibe y'all putting out? Number 3. What vibe is card number 3 putting out? Pick pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3. I'm hearing the word inauthenticity. Have you been behaving in a way that is inauthentic to who you truly are? Are you truly in sync with all that you are, all your desires, the things that you absolutely love? Are you choosing yourself? Are you knowing that you are worth it, that you are worthy of every good and perfect thing, no matter your wrongs, no matter your mistakes, no matter your shortcomings, no matter where you are in life? Or are you acknowledging the fact that you are deserving? You're deserving of love, first and foremost from yourself. I'm seeing that you could have possibly went through a situation where you were heartbroken. You know, you could have got stabbed in the back. Could have been betrayed. Betrayed just by a person who was, I'm just hearing, heartless. A heartless individual. A person who had all of their best interests at heart and not yours. A person who, I don't like to use the word, but a bit of a narcissistic individual. A person who is selfish. A person who is self-serving. You could have possibly have been in a situation to where you found yourself making all the sacrifices. You found yourself pouring out everything. You found yourself conforming to everything that this person wanted. You found yourself just being the sacrificial lamb. You're the one who have to make the sacrifice. If it had to be something that, just say there was an argument, and you had one point of view, the person had another, you would always have to conform to that person. There was never a place of compromise between you and that person. You would always have to just go to the full extreme just to basically make that person happy. And a lot of times it would be you totally betraying and going against yourself. This card of heavy betrayal that I'm seeing is heavy, and I'm seeing that it's even more so a level of self-betrayal. I'm even sensing some low self-worth issues, some lack of confidence issues, some just a lack of believing in yourself, a lack of knowing who you truly are. I'm not going to say not knowing, I'm going to say just being out of touch with who it is that you truly are. And it's bringing you to a place of weakness. It is, you have chosen another person or a relationship to your detriment. You have you have chosen another person or a relationship till the point where it had drained you dry, and now you're coming off to be a person who is of just low self-esteem, low self-worth. You're a person who would go along at all costs, even if it equals you hurting yourself or you not benefiting or not being in a place of wellness as the situation unfolds, and that's how you coming off. And I'm telling you that vibe will perpetually attract predators. This vibe, this type of vibe right here that's being put out. I mean, it will make you highly susceptible and receptive to some of the worst scumbags alive. Okay. So this is something that you should be very mindful of and should start to work on. Just start with choosing you. When it comes down to making even small day-to-day decisions, wake up in the morning and just think about, what do I want to do today that will put a smile on my face? Just start simple, start small. And then go on to the bigger projects, to where if a particular person is calling your phone or texting your phone, let's see, would it be in my greatest good, or would it be to my benefit? Not to sound selfish, because it's not being selfish, it's being safe. You have to protect yourself and protect your energy at some point. So even starting with asking yourself, when that phone ring, is this someone that I'm capable of dealing with right now? Is it feasible for me to talk with this person? If it's somebody who always wants something from you, who always, gonna have you bending over backwards, and they're never reciprocating it, they're never giving you anything back, you have to ask yourself, is this, sometimes don't even answer the phone. Or if it's a text message, sometimes get back to that text message when you're done with doing whatever you need to do for yourself. It takes time. I've been in this place, It takes time to know that you're not working for love. Love is not a great reward that, is at the end of the day given to you because you've shown up and you've sacrificed and put your best foot forward for other people. That's not what love is. Love is first given to yourself. Love is knowing that you are worth it. Love is knowing and knowing that you deserve to be well. Love is when other people are recognizing that you need to be well. Not always want to stretch you thin. Not always wanting to drain you dry and leech off of you for every bit of energy, blood, sweat, and tears, money, rides, services, good words, encouragement, advice, whatever it is that people are draining you dry of. I'm talking about people, their bellies don't get full. Leeches' bellies don't get full. A leech will suck on you till they have consumed all your blood up out of you. Okay? They don't get full. They just keep stretching and getting bigger and fatter and fatter and bigger. Leeches don't get full. So, yeah, but that's what you're giving off. You're giving off this vibe that you will basically sacrifice for others until the end of time. But it's not coming off as something that is honorable. It's coming off as a weakness. It's coming off to put you in a place of becoming prey. It's not a good place to be. It's not a good vibe to be giving off if you're looking for something healthy and reciprocal. You have to just begin to exercise, like I said, those small things to help you to start putting yourself first. Start off with 10 minutes a day. Just start, the way I started giving myself just a little bit of time a day. I started at my bath time. I would make sure that when I take my bath each day, no one can interrupt my bath time. My bath time was strictly for me. If that's not too much to ask for, but I have kids, so they busting when they get ready. So what I started doing was giving myself that time to where I'm not even addressing nothing outside of me in this tub while I'm in this tub. I will use my little bath salts, my little pink Himalayan salt for grounding, and light my candle and have my herbs, because I make different, body soaks and stuff like that with herbs and different salts and things like that, just to ground myself. And I would start off with giving that time to myself. And as time went on, I started giving myself a little bit of time, a little bit of window, maybe like 15 minutes to write, to journal after my bedtime, and so forth and so on. And then before you know it, I had whole days that I dedicated to myself, where I would just go off into nature and just spend time by the water, by the lake, or by the river, whatever it may be, but just doing things that I like. So just start taking your time. And this is a very important, I'm taking a little bit longer with this pile, because this is a concern of mine, because this is something that's very important, because it's a dangerous place to be in, to where people are perceiving you, or you're putting off the vibe as being a doormat, and you're thinking that you're being humble, or you're thinking that you're being ride or die, or whatever the case may be. And people gonna gaslight you, making you feel like, oh, I thought you was ride or die, or I thought you was for me, or I thought you had my back, blah blah blah. Well, guess what? While you having everybody back, who gonna have yours? Okay, you gotta build that strong back for yourself. So yeah, just start making time for yourself, and yeah, start choosing yourself. So that's what you're giving off. That's the vibe that you're giving off. And this is the end of the reading of all 3 cards. I hope you guys got something from it. If you enjoyed it, like, share, and also subscribe, and come back for more videos like this for different topics, of course. But y'all be cool, my babies.